Hey, my name is Dan Gage, and this is part 3 or 4 of my new series on, actually, this could be 5 years from now. So, on my series about later in life, beginner, intermediate harmonica players, the challenges that we face, and some strategies for dealing with those challenges. This topic, I would say today's topic, but let's be honest, I have no time, so I sat down and made all these videos in a row. It's better than nothing, guys, because it's been like a year I've been thinking about this. 3 months since I made the outlines. Okay, this is the life we live. Here's the topic. Ruts. You've been playing for a while, maybe a short while, maybe a long while, and you found yourself feeling stuck. You feel like you're playing the exact same thing every single time. Your solos are boring. You can't get out of your own way. This feeling is there. Well, the good news, I don't know if it's good or bad news. The good news is that it happens to everybody regardless of your level. I've been playing the harmonica a long time, and oftentimes I get on stage and I play a whole show, and in the back of my head there's a voice that says, everything is garbage. Everything is overly repetitive, and it's boring, and nobody's going to like it, and it sucks. Okay, that's my inner monologue, my inner dialogue, excuse me. First thing for breaking ruts is you have to learn to quiet that voice. We are mostly, everybody's insecure, especially if it's a new thing for you playing the harmonica. You're going to experience that feeling. And what I got to tell you is, most of the time, you're better than you think you are, and it's all in your head, okay? We are our own worst enemies. So when you start to feel that way, you have to take a philosophy that comes from, I think, from baseball players. And those of you guys in the rest of the world, you probably have seen this game where they throw the ball, you hit it with a stick. And what baseball players say is that when you're in a slump, when you're not connecting and regularly hitting, the worst thing you can do is stop swinging at the pitches, okay? The best thing you can do is keep on playing like nothing is wrong. Okay, you're definitely not going to get a hit if you don't swing, right? So even if you're having a bad time, so that musically, if you stop playing, you're not going to get any better. You're not going to get over it. So you have to absolutely be aware of that thing in your head. I have it. We all have it, right? It's played a gig last week and it was there. You just got to swing through it. Just got to keep going, okay? Another thing about ruts is sometimes you need something to spark something. So some new influence can be very helpful to you. So maybe you've been listening to Kim Wilson and you've never listened to William Clark before. Or maybe you're a Little Walter guy and there's these younger guys like Bharath Rajakumar, I'm younger than my age, but younger relative to those guys, who plays like Little Walter and a little bit like Kim Wilson, and he's his own thing, or like Aki Kumar, or maybe a Mitch Kashmar out on the West Coast who came, learn, different little, maybe a different guy. Maybe you read up on these guys and say, okay, who are their influences? I'm not a big fan of Big Walter, but every now and then I'll go back to Big Walter because it changes my perspective, or James Cotton, or the whole list of harmonica players. As well, you could get into saxophone players. You can get into a little bit of jazz. You can do anything. Listening can help. Trying to play along with things and trying something new. There's so much music out there that you should be able to just dig into something new. I can name a million things that'll help you. New influences can help you. New tunes or new techniques. Now, there are books, there are lessons, there are all these things where you can learn techniques, you can learn scales, you can learn, I'm a big technique guy, you can learn tunes. That's one thing where, okay, I'm trying to play the blues and I'm trying to do the Little Walter thing, but maybe take a break and say, let me go to a tab page, or I know John Gindick has a big book full of tab, and you say, I'm going to learn to play a melody. It's on my list. There's for example, a melody that I want to learn, and eventually I'll get to it. I want to learn to play Happy Birthday in 12th position. Currently, it's the only thing I know how to play in 12th position. The point is, do something different. Keep doing it. Keep playing the harmonica, even if it's your boring stuff, but add something different. So the other point I wanted to make, and I see if I can quote this, there was a friend who played the harmonica and his mentor, and he told him that the ruts, it's not really, well, most of it's in your head, but what he thought the rut was your subconscious or your brain strengthening those connections. So while you're on the surface repeating, all the time your technique grows. And I can say, looking back, as long as I've played, that it's totally true. You get, these things come together and they get better as you get, as you do it more. So don't stop playing, find new influences, and let's do a little bit more challenging lick for this lesson, because they're sort of progressive, these ones too. And I like to call this the Jason Ritchie side to side lick. Now other people have done it. I particularly learned it off of his recordings, and it's a very simple thing, and it's based on the 2-hole shake. See if I can do it. Okay, so it's just like the 2-hole shake, which is hole 4 and hole 5 draw. I'm on a C harmonica. Okay, we all hopefully have gone and done our homework technique-wise and learned how to do the 2-hole shake under control. This is just, really, it's a pickup note into it, and it goes back and forth, and it's a control. It doesn't shake for long. So, okay, that's 4-draw bent. You can tell I haven't been making lessons in a while. Okay, so that's part of it, right? There's the first part. So it starts the 4-draw bent, and then you unbend it. So 4-draw bent, a half step, that's the only way you can do. Unbend it and go to 5-draw, so it's all draw notes. And then bend it back, and then resolve to go to the 3-draw. And then repeat it, and so it's sort of like a 2-hole shake with a framework around it. Okay, I got ahead of myself. Let's switch to an A harp. Okay, so 4-draw, bent a half step, release the bend, okay, to 4-draw natural, go to 5, and see that 4 to 5, to me that connection, that speed is really gained from knowing how to do the 2-hole shake from 4 to 5. It's a controlled, quick 2-hole shake. And then it resolves, so it goes back down and resolves to the 3-draw, at least that lick resolves, and that's how I see it. It starts 4-draw bent, half step, 4-draw natural, 5, 4, bend it back down, go to 3-draw. Sorry, it repeats. And you can add as many shakes as you want, really, in there. I'll do the G harp for a quick second for you guys. Okay, I'll go back to the C harp because that's most of you guys have it. It's a really fun lick. I can't stop. It's a fun lick to do. It's super, super easy. Think of it as a structured or as added structure to the two-hole shake, so it puts the two-hole shake in a different context inside your licks. A little more complicated, but it's worth, you'll find it easy once you put a little practice into it. Anyway, it's 10 minutes. My name is Dan Gage, and we'll make some more of these. So stick with it, guys, and I'll see you soon.